What's up, House of Agenda fans? Kenzie and I are back again. Let me start off by saying happy spooky season. Kenzie, how's
Yo,
October treating you, man?
it's regular. Just feels like any random month. It's only really care for Michael Myers and like the Conjuring movies and like two other horror franchises. So it's not like I've been doing a spooky movie watch.
Gotcha. Well, in honor of spooky season, let me ask you this question. You are a big fan of this series, I will call it. I want you to rank for me the top 10 Saw movies,
Jesus
1 through
Christ.
10.
Jesus Christ. Number one, probably one. No,
Saw 1?
no, pure recency bias. Number one is X. Number one is X, pure recency bias.
Okay.
Number two, I would have one.
Yeah.
Number three, I have two.
Okay.
Number four, three. And then, honestly, bro, after that, the plot just becomes like so convoluted.
Okay,
it's like a giant gore fest. I can't technically rank them.
Okay, so the number one Saw movie is Saw 10 for you.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Saw 1.
Yep.
Number 3 is Saw 2.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Saw 3, and then it kind of gets crazy.
Yeah, because after that, it's just like John's not there. It's just unwinnable traps. It's just a gore fest instead of like actual plot, kind of. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
but
my favorite twist has to be 2. I just like to play on words that John used when the theme song kicked in. Like, that was crazy.
Okay. What do you think was the worst trap in the Saw movies?
Like the one that I couldn't do, or like just that's lazy.
Like when you saw it, you're like, I would never want to do this in a million years.
Damn, that's a tough one because there's a lot of traps, man.
Yeah, no, I know. There's got to be one. Dude, there's got to be one. The one that sticks out for me was, I thought diving into the needles to find the key or whatever it was really rough. I just don't like needles like that. It just really bothers me.
I think that one's tame compared to everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I also stopped at like 3, so they probably only got worse from there.
Probably. Oh no. Well, it's the trap where well, it's not like the guy, he was in pain, but in 3, like when you're like the limb was getting twisted and like the other guy had to like forget. Yeah, that one. Like if that was me, like nah, bro, there's only so much anime OSTs I can put on to put me through pain, but I don't know if I can survive that.
Yeah, nope. So yeah, just in honor of spooky season, I figured we'd talk a little bit of Saw before we got into the episode. I know you've been big on,
but one of the ones that like was quote unquote hard that I think I would like solo easily. It's like the acid one. All you have to do is dip in there, get the key, put your hand out. I don't know why that's so hard. Like,
but you're still losing your fingers.
How? It's like not even a second.
In acid?
It's not that. I'll be all right. I will be okay. I will be okay.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna be melted probably down to right before the bone at best.
I'll put on some Vaseline after. I'll be okay.
Okay, so acid burns just don't seem to affect you. Good to know. I just know you've been big into Jigsaw stuff lately. I've seen a lot of your TikToks talking about Jigsaw, things like that. So I figured I'd ask you about your Saw experiences. Kenzie, let's move into something that made us both very happy this weekend. For the first time in a long time, the Browns and the Jets both had massive wins on the same weekend. Give me a little bit of Jets perspective after your guys' big win.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Usually I'm a homer, but even I was like, oh yeah, Jets versus Eagles, Sauce out, DJ Reed's out. Yeah, let me throw this spread on like a plus 14. Like I thought it was about to get bad. I thought even like a plus 14 was like stretching it, but man, that defense, like 4 turnovers, they gave them a bogus touchdown. We stopped them at like the 1. Then we came back from the replay and they were kicking a point after. Don't know what that was about. But man, it's just Garrett Wilson 1-on-1. There was nothing they could do with him. That's honestly I'll put it second. I think that's the second biggest win in Salah's career. First being when we beat Buffalo at home last year to improve to like 6-2 or 6-3.
Yeah.
But it's just like the culture there, man. They keep fighting. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be healthy." It's like just like a war cry to keep motivating us. But in terms of winning, like Salah said, he embarrassed quarterbacks. Hurts had his worst game. Allen had his worst game.
Yep.
Mahomes had his worst game. It's the defense is for real. The offense, I wish we could score in the red zone more, but Zach showed improvements. To granted, like it's not showing up on the stat sheet. Like he's only averaging a few more passes yards per game, but he's not making the outrageous boneheaded throws. He's not spin moving into 15-yard sacks. So like you would have to watch him to know he improved. But yeah, man, it was a great weekend. Two wins in a row for us.
Okay, so you guys are officially at 3-3 now. You're third in the AFC East. I don't think you can win it unless Aaron Rodgers comes back somehow.
Yeah.
But at 3-3, your next game, I think you guys are on a bye this week. You've got at New York Giants, which is practically a home field game, and then you've got versus the Chargers at home. I think you guys can beat the Giants. I think your defense alone can beat the Giants. Chargers will be interesting. What do you think your record is, and what do you think your record's going to be after the next two games?
I'm going to say 5-3. I think.
Wow.
For many reasons, we just can't lose to the Giants. They're the most sacked team, and our pass rushers, we swap like 6, 7, 8 guys. Like we always have a fresh platoon of pass rushers. Their offense is just like horrific. We definitely have to force them to some turnovers, and I just think we're just an overall better team. The Chargers, they're like one of those teams where like you don't know what you're going to get week to week. Like their offense looked bad on Monday, but versus us, like what if it's all clicking? Yeah. Their defense statistically is bad, but what if like Mac and Bosa have a day? But I'm just gonna say, especially since we're at home, I think we can get that one.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty bold, man. 5-3 would be pretty crazy with Zach Wilson and everything you guys have gone through. Let's jump over to the Browns. That's the biggest win we've had in a long time, especially at home, to beat a team that good. And to really, kind of beat them up. Like,
yeah,
you could say what you want about injuries, but those happen because plays are being made. Like, they were hitting McCaffrey. He still had a solid game. He's kind of injury. He's had some injuries in the past, so it's not like it's uncommon for him. But we made Brock Purdy have his worst game in the NFL. I mean, he threw an interception. He should have had thrown another one.
Yeah,
he could have had a fumble. Yeah, we got lucky that they missed a field goal, but it takes that to beat a team as good as the 49ers. Like, that's just what it takes. And statistically, we have the best defense in the NFL right now.
I think y'all had the best yards per game in the past 50 years or 40 years. That's nuts.
I mean, I don't like it because it's like such a massive burden to keep up with, but like calling this the 2000 Ravens is like statistically it's okay, but to me it's like that's blasphemy.
Yeah.
But our defense is legit. And with a defense this good, you can win almost any game. PJ Walker did just enough in that game to keep it competitive. And we got a lucky break with the missed field goal and a couple calls that finally went the Browns' way. Because a lot of that game, it felt like the Browns were not getting any calls. And then you look at the penalties, there was 25 penalties called. So both teams were really heavily penalized. So it just didn't help the game flow. But that defense can do a lot of things for us. And I really hang my hat on that defense. I know you're not a Browns guy, but what do you think of this team if Watson can come back against the Colts this Sunday?
I definitely think y'all could beat up on the Colts, especially like with Minshew. Like y'all defense just gets after it. Like it's rare because y'all don't really have like outside of Miles and I think Ward, y'all really don't have like no big name defender. So right. I definitely didn't expect y'all to like be this type of clamp down level. Kareem Hunt, he looked good. He looked good on Sunday, and that division. That's when Watson started like missing games. I written y'all off. I said, okay, you're gonna finish third or at least second. Now, even though the Ravens is still up top, it's only by like a game. It's not out of the possibility that division is still up for grabs.
Yeah, it is. Our next two games are Colts We've got the Colts at Seattle.
Mm.
We should win the Indianapolis game. But I got to tell you, dude, if Seattle plays like they played against the Bengals, we will beat them.
Yeah, the Bengals were lucky to get out that one.
That's
I
what I
know
mean. If
some people are going to say like the Bengals are back, but nah, Seattle had like 3 trips inside the 10 and just I don't know what they
Geno
decided to
was
do.
terrible in the red zone. He was
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, I'm just saying, if Seattle plays us like they played the Bengals, we should beat Seattle. I think more than likely we'll come out of it 4-3
Mhm.
in our next 2 games, but that's just how the NFL is, unfortunately. But if we could go 5-3 like you guys are, like you project you guys to be, we're in a really good spot. Because say what you want, like Lamar's still getting it done, but Lamar is not throwing the ball very well right
Yeah.
now. He's just not. And their offense hasn't looked very good altogether. They played offense pretty well against us when we played them, but this is a winnable division right now. So shout out to us. We got 2 big wins finally together. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. You guys are on the bye week
Yep.
this week. We got to get a win against the Colts. Let's jump over to the NFC. People have turned their back a little bit on the 49ers. And people are, jumping on the Lions bandwagon. Who do you think is the best team in the NFC?
I still have the 49ers. Like I understand like they were going to lose eventually, but it's not like it was like a exposed type of loss. It's the NFL. It happens. The Eagles, even though they were 5-0, there was none of their wins have really been like dominating. Even versus the Commanders, like they escaped, and they just versus the Vikings. If it wasn't for like 3-4 fumbles or like 3-4 turnovers, they lose that game. So the Eagles I would still have second. I'm definitely not turning my back on the Niners. That's still my pick in the NFC.
I would probably say the 49ers are still the best overall if they're healthy.
Yeah.
I don't love what I've seen from the Eagles offense besides AJ Brown. I don't think Hurts has really made another leap.
Yeah.
I felt like his accuracy's been off, and the turnovers that he had against you guys. I mean, granted, you guys are a good defense and you put teams in bad spots, but he kind of just put you guys in there for good picks, So I think the Lions are probably third. Does that seem fair to you?
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a good spot.
They're kind of a bully. Like without David Montgomery, that kind of changes, but they're kind of a bully type team.
Mm-hmm.
They got a hard nosed defense, and then their offense. I mean, they can score. So I think they're in a good spot though.
Yep. And then with them, like I don't know. I guess you could say I'm still late to the party. I guess like you could say like my Jacksonville's of the NFC because despite their record, like despite their points per game, like they say like you truly know how you feel about a team depending on like if you bet on them. Like I've yet to really do Lions money lines because even versus the Buccaneers, like in my head I was like, yo, yeah, they're gonna beat the Buccaneers, but I was like, do I really like want to put like money on it? So like I know they're good. I'm not denying it. It's just I'm not like 1,000% sure.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to go about it because at the end of the day, they are the Lions, so we've got to really see, like, we got to get some trust in these guys.
Even like a preseason thing, I put it on DraftKings. So it's definitely going to lose now. I had them under 9.5 wins. That's losing.
Ouch.
Yeah, I wasn't bought in. I was clearly wrong. They got me.
All right, let's jump over to the AFC. I know it's still pretty early. This is week 7. A lot of teams are sitting at 3-3, 3-2. What are your thoughts on the AFC right now?
It's not living up to like what people were saying, like in the preseason, saying that the only bad teams were going to be like the Texans and like one other team that you're going to need like 10, 11 wins to crack the wild card. It's definitely not living up to that. Is there? The Chiefs have 5 or 6 wins. Is it 5?
5.
Yeah, so like this only one even granted it's only like week 6. Only one 5-win team so far. Buffalo easily could be 500 right now. It's of course the conference isn't bad, and like come playoff time you still have like your elites. But yeah it's definitely not living up to the bill.
Okay, so right now in the AFC, we've got the Chiefs at the first seed because of their conference record.
Yeah,
they're 5-1. Dolphins 2, 5-1. Baltimore's at 3 at 4-2. Jacksonville's 4th at 4-2. Buffalo at 4-2 is at 5. Pittsburgh's at 3-2 because they beat us.
Yeah,
and we're the 7th seed at 3-2. That loss to Pittsburgh really looks bad now. Like that's such an easy winnable game that we should have had. Like, so yeah, the AFC. I mean, and then you drop down after us. It's the 3-3 Colts. Like, and everybody else is sitting at 3-3 besides the Chargers, Titans, Patriots, Broncos. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy that the Raiders are 3-3. It doesn't feel like they've won a game, but they're literally 3-3.
Yeah, no, I mean it's kind of crazy. Yeah, they just don't feel like a good team, and
Yeah.
somehow they. Let's look at something else before we move on. It's early in the year. I'm going to ask you for your MVP pick right now.
Tua. He's only had like one.
How though? How?
What you mean how? Wait, you want me to say Tyreek? I mean, technically, I guess Tyreek, but it goes to quarterback.
If I was going to say a Dolphin, I would have said Tyreek.
Oh well, then yeah, but it usually go to all right. So then Tyreek then, but like I know like he's going to get offensive player and not the MVP. So
Bro,
yeah.
he's got 42 catches, 814 yards, and 6 touchdowns already. That's I don't know what that's on pace. That's 120 catches and 2,300 yards.
Well, then yeah, then definitely Tyreek, but
that's absurd.
It's a quarterback award, so Tua, but yeah, definitely Tyreek.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's nuts.
So I mean, okay, so you're gonna pick Tua or you're gonna pick Tyreek?
Tua, just because how the award works.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Unless Tyreek goes like 2.5, then yeah, I think Tua.
I think 23 would be the record, wouldn't it be though? 2,300 yards.
Oh yeah. Around that. Yeah, around that.
I'm gonna go after playing them and everything. I think Christian McCaffrey would be the MVP right now.
I would have had him, but I think like his last 2 games, I think he had like under 100 combined yards.
Yeah, so but like, he was playing against us and Dallas. He didn't really need to do anything.
Yeah, but then again, honestly, if he scores a touchdown every game this year, then I would. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So if you look at his stats, he averages 5 yards a carry. He's got 553 rushing yards. That leads the league.
Yeah, by like 100 or like I know by a significant margin.
Yeah, no, it's because Nick Chubb's out. That's the only reason. And he's got 7 rushing touchdowns. His receiving stats,
north of 200, I'm guessing.
Let me see. It looks like receiving, he's got 180 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, 27 catches. So I mean, it's not as good, but
yeah,
he's still been the best player on the best team.
He's still going to have like close to 2K total scrimmage yards.
Right. So to me, I think that would be the MVP. I think what you said is fair. Tyreek is runaway player, like offensive player, but he should be the MVP. Like those numbers are godly.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's him, like yards after catch and stuff.
Yeah, now it's really crazy that like 1K used to be the mark for a good receiving season, and he really almost has that.
Like easily, like he's gonna have it easy. So I think this year's been a lot of fun. I kind of like that there's more parity. Like, yes, the Chiefs and the Dolphins are 5-1, but like it feels like this Chiefs team's not as good as they.
Yeah. Like how much I be backing the Chiefs. Like it just don't. Something's missing. Like it just feels off.
I was so happy that you had to be on the losing end of bad Chiefs whistles for once. Like you had to feel what it felt like when they beat you guys off some bullshit.
I can't lie.
Pass interferences.
There were some tweets I wanted to let it fly. I was like, nah, I'll take that.
My narrative can't survive if I tweet this.
Oh my god.
No, it's just like that pass interference was so shitty. Like he tugged on his jersey a little bit. And they got called.
And it's just calling it after the pick. Like if you want to call it while the grab happened, okay. If you want to call it while it's in the air, okay. But he waited till we caught it to throw it. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was bad. Let's jump ahead, man. Let's talk a little NBA. I mean, it's the season's literally coming around right this week, right?
I didn't realize it was next Tuesday.
We're like we usually do our over-unders and everything. We've like it's jumped up and caught up right to us. Let's get our early season predictions out of the way. Who's your MVP this year?
I think Giannis gets back in the fold. What's it been like 3 years or something like that? So I think Because even if there's games that he misses, if Dame plays, they're easily 55 plus 60 win team. Jokic, I mean, Jokic is possible, but I don't know. Embiid, no. Dallas, I just don't know what their record's going to be. No Nick, no Miami Heat. I don't know if y'all going to have enough wins for Mitchell to get it. LeBron and AD don't play enough. Sneaky Steph MVP.
That's not bad.
But I'll say Giannis.
Okay, I'm gonna go Tatum MVP.
No,
I think Boston's gonna be really good this year. They got a really good unit. If he plays 70, 75 games, his numbers should be good enough to be in the MVP conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And if they win the East, which I think they're going to be a problem for the Bucks.
Yeah.
So give me Tatum to win his first MVP. Defensive Player of the Year. Josef Nurkic?
Absolutely not. Damn, that's tough. Okay, JJJ not repeating. I'm not giving you no credit. Can't say Mobley. You know what?
Okay.
You know what? Mitchell Robinson's going to have a Rudy Gobert.
What? 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 No.
Mitchell Robinson will have a Rudy
no
Gobert
way.
type impact.
That's impossible. You would never put money on that.
Now, honestly, he fouls too much, and that's not happening. That's tough. That's a tough one.
I'm going Mobley.
Have to look around more.
I'm going Mobley. I think this is the year. This has got to be his year to really take a step and be dominant. This has got to be it. Sixth man's going to be a little harder this year.
Yeah.
Sixth man of the year. If you had to pick somebody.
I was about to say Russ, but with all the injuries, he's going to be starting soon. No, he already starts, right?
Right. I think he's the starter now.
Oh, well, that ain't happening. Can't be Poole. He's starting.
It feels like the sixth men are like kind of dwindling.
Yeah, like there's no more Jamal Lou Williams type players. Honestly, I gotta look at some six men. I don't know.
Let me
look. I'm gonna look at the rosters.
Let me pull up some predictions for six man real quick.
Chris Paul starting, right?
I think so.
All right. Nobody from Boston. Nobody from Brooklyn. Knicks, no. Yeah, Knicks, no. Well, maybe quickly.
So based on, that's 23-24 or 22-20. We need 2024.
Can you see Derrick Rose stealing it?
No, that guy stinks.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a dark horse then. I'm gonna go Malik Monk.
That's a good one. He was a flamethrower in the playoffs.
But here, let me see. I got odds. The odds. I don't think Malcolm Brogdon's going to be a sixth man this year on Portland. Quickly plus 800. Powell plus 1,000. Derek White plus 1,200. Malik Monk plus 1,300. Bobby Portis plus 1,500. Rui Hachimura plus 2,000. Buddy Hield plus 3,000. Holy shit! Crazy. So yeah, there's not that great of a class, but give me Malik Monk.
Well, when Wall gets to the Nuggets, I'll be picking him.
How much do you think airfare is from China to Denver?
When Wall gets to the Nuggets, I'll be picking him.
How much do you think a ticket is? A first class ticket?
He won't be over there. He'll be on the roster shortly.
Okay. What's that new award that they came up with?
The Clutch Award?
Yeah, the Clutch Award.
Dame.
That's a good answer, but he's I'm going Donovan Mitchell this year.
Dame. My second pick will be Brunson. My dark horse is Trae Young.
Yeah, Trae Young should have a good year. Coach of the year. Mike Malone repeats.
Has there ever been a repeat
Of Coach of the Year? I don't know. Probably Pop. Pop probably did it once.
Did Kerr win Coach of the Year when they won 73?
If he didn't, that would be so stupid.
Coach of the Year. They're absolutely not. I was about to say Eric Spoelstra. You know what? Pelicans. I forgot. Alvin. No, it's
Willie
not
Green?
no more. Yeah, Willie Green. I think because even Zion finally he has to play 60 plus games. Like it's about time. So yeah, I think with that, with I think Ingram's going to have like a kind of a prove it year because he was getting cooked for what he did in the Olympics.
He was so bad.
Yeah, Jose's going to be more healthy. Of course, you still got Jonas, CJ McCollum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like Willie Green. That's a good pick. If they have a good year.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me Darvin Ham.
Hold on. What's been the lowest seed that Coach of the Year won?
That's a good point. Are the Lakers going to try the whole year?
Oh no! I'm about to say like, what if Wemby really goes off and like if the Spurs sneak in the playoffs after being like a 20-win team, do you think that's enough for Pop?
I don't think Wemby can win Coach of the Year.
No, I meant like if he really goes off.
I'm just playing. I know. Who's OKC's coach? Because he could win it because they could have the jump this year.
I was actually just about to ask you about that. Like, do you think the OKC hype is too much? Like Shea top?
Yeah,
10? That's crazy.
that's too much.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think they're going to be good, but I think people are just ODing.
He's good. He's very good, but top 10 already is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
He's not Luka. Just agree and move on because you know I'm right.
I can construct the top 10 list without the both of them.
That's absurd. There's not 10 people in the league that are better than Luka. Don't even try it. There's no
Bron.
No, he's not better than Luka right now. No.
Bron.
No.
KD. Embiid.
Embiid's pretty sus, dude. That's pretty sus.
Bron, KD, Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Curry, Tatum. We already have 7.
That's bad. Dude, this is bad.
I can't add Jimmy Butler either. Damn, it's getting tough out here. Paul George.
No, the fuck he's not. No. No, the fuck he's not. Stop it. No. What? In what world are they better than Luka right now? No world. There is no world.
Oh yeah. All right. So I was at 7. All right. So scratch Paul George. We're at 7. Dame 8.
No.
Kawhi 9.
No.
Kawhi not better than Luka.
Kawhi cooked him and fucking Paul George in the same goddamn series. If there wasn't 2 of them, they would have beat them. No fucking way.
Dame 8,
no.
Kawhi 9.
Oh, that is so bad. This is
10,
so bad.
10.
The fact
10,
that you said
10.
Kawhi is still a top 10 player in the NBA is absurd.
When healthy, he was the best player in that series before he went down.
No. What? Oh my god. Okay, name your 10th. Name your 10th. There's no. This is terrible. This is bad content. Who's 10?
Jalen Brunson.
You should be shot.
Jalen Brunson.
I want you to be stuck in that saw trap where the thing's stuck, where it's stuck on your arm, and every time you pull it out, it just rolls the skin back.
Oh yeah, Jalen Brunson, AD, De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox better than Luka?
Get out of here. Get him out of here. I see it. So Luka clean 13. Luka clean 13.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by this performance today.
Honestly, if we want to have some honest conversations based strictly on production, you got Trae Young. So yes, there is a list out there that has Luka at 15.
Yeah, if productivity was making other players on your team hate you and losing coaches, then yeah, Trae Young would be a top 10 player.
So yes, there is a list where Luke is at 15.
That's really bad.
And I forgot Devin Booker. You could move him down to 16. You are Ja.
After what Dallas did to Booker and the Suns in that series, that's really bad too. All right, I didn't love any of that. That was rough. Kenzie, before you get out of here, last spooky question: who is your favorite monster serial killer from movies?
1 second.
I can see where this is going. He's gonna get his mask. He's got a mask for sure. Absolutely no chance this guy doesn't have a mask. I can see a picture of him right there. He's gonna get the mask of the guy with the picture right there on the back of his thing. I wish we had the music for this. I knew it. Yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? All right. So your answer is Mike Myers. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
One.
That's probably, yeah. I mean, it's really good. All right. I thought that was going to be your answer. And then, yeah, you confirmed it with the mask. I really like that. So, Kenzie, that's been the show, man. You got anything to say before we get out of here?
Folks, don't get 2K. I played it on a Friday. Bad game. Does not represent basketball.
That's fair. Anything else for us?
Liberty and 5.
All right, guys. That's been House of Agendas. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Help us out on YouTube. And we will be back hopefully next week. Schedules are very hectic right now. Yep. Enjoy the games. Go Aces, and see you next week.